a dog has reacted to them. It was a narcotics dog, so that sparked a bit of interest for us to ask a few more questions. Okay, so a little bit of English.
A little.
Okay. So you're here for 1 year?
1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
Where are you going here in Australia?
South.
You Brisbane, Melbourne, Brisbane?
Brisbane.
Family? Friends? Who's here?
Friends.
Friends.
Officers must now determine why the detector dog reacted, so the luggage of all 3 women will be inspected.
And this all your baggage? 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. You pack the bags?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's in all the baggage?
As he opens the woman's suitcase, Officer Adam immediately locates a large number of packets which appear to be powdered drinks.
What are they for? For muscle?
No.
No. For lose weight.
Border Force officers are aware that international drug syndicates often disguise narcotics as food products, and their suspicions are raised even further when the woman says they are not hers.
Are these for you?
This.
Not yours. This your bag, but this your bag.
Me and she.
Share.
Share.
Regardless of who owns them, the packets will be closely inspected to identify if they contain anything more sinister than the labels suggest. At Melbourne International Airport, Australian Border Force officers are about to interview a French citizen who has already spent 3 months in the country on a tourist visa and is now returning from a short trip away.
He's come from Bali. He's been in Bali for about a week. Prior to that, he was in Australia. He's returning down another tourist visa. And so I'm just going to speak to him today to see what his plans are in Australia, seeing he spent a lot of time here.
The man says he intends to spend a further 2 months here, and with no work rights on his tourist visa, Officer Belinda wants to know how he is financing his trip.
So the reason for this interview is to find out the purpose and details of your travel to Australia. I'll ask a number of questions that you must answer truthfully. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are your plans here for the next 2 months?
To stay with my girlfriend, first of all. To stay in Melbourne a bit, travel in Sydney also, because I know people in Sydney.
So what was your girlfriend's name?
Misha.
How much money do you have for your stay here in Australia?
In dollars, maybe 4,000.
Okay.
Concerned the man may be supporting his travel by working here illegally, Officer Belinda suspends the interview to take a look at his mobile phone.
Okay.
And she immediately locates some incriminating text messages.
Woohoo, just got the confirmation of my visa. I'll be able to work with you again. And sorry, you'll have to stand me for another 2 months. That right there suggests that he is coming back to work in Australia.
Organic matter brought into Australia by international travellers can harbour pests and diseases which have the potential to destroy Australian agriculture. So biosecurity officers are always on high alert to stop any risks at the border.
A passenger arriving from the United States could possibly have fruit in his bag here. They're all quite round, maybe an apple.
Officers thoroughly investigate any items of concern.
You packed all your bags yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sometimes they turn out to be a false alarm.
Oh.
Like this man, who explains that he's a professional juggler and what looked like apples on the X-ray image are actually his tools of trade.
Should I be practicing speaking Australian? I don't know any Australian words.
Except g'day. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Oh, very cool.
While officers continue to juggle the influx of passengers, another X-ray indicates that the luggage of this passenger from China may contain organic material.
Ma'am, do you have anything to declare?
No.
This one?
Officer Andrea begins a bag search and immediately finds something that could be a serious problem.
Okay, what is this one? What is this? I'm going to open one, okay? Oh, look at this. No good. This is a really high-risk item. Look.
Australian Border Force officers in Brisbane are searching the luggage of 3 women after a narcotics detector dog strongly reacted to them at the baggage carousel. And now officers are wondering if this large quantity of powdered drink packs are the reason why.
I'll put some of these for the X-ray and see if there's any inconsistencies. Yep. You can also weigh them.
Yeah, definitely.
The weight of each packet will be checked for any inconsistencies which could indicate they have been tampered with. Meanwhile, Officer Adam continues to search the rest of the woman's belongings.
Are you working in Australia or holiday?
Work and holiday.
Okay. Do you have cash? Money?
Money.
How much? 1,000, 2, 5?
2,000.
Okay.
Packets of drink powder have been weighed and x-rayed. Officers are satisfied they do not contain anything illegal. However, a swab taken from the lining of the woman's suitcase now indicates that their search is far from over. This young woman claims she is here on a 12-month working holiday along with her 2 friends. But Border Force officers have some doubts after a swab taken from the lining of her suitcase has returned a positive result for a narcotic.
So it could be they are carrying drugs on them, have come into contact with drugs recently, or were a drug user that does not have drugs on them.
The primary concern for officers is whether the woman is attempting to smuggle illicit drugs into the country. They have ruled out the packets of powdered drinks she is carrying. But a secondary swab is now taken from her personal belongings and her suitcase is x-rayed to check for concealments. The x-ray of the case is clear and the second swab test is negative. So far, there are no narcotic concealments. But Officer Adam now finds cigarettes hidden in the woman's bag.
Ah, right. Who are these for? Who are these for? You? Together. Even together, still a lot.
Any more than 50 cigarettes must be declared so the duty can be paid.
Any more? No?
Woman says that's the lot. But over on the other bench, even more are discovered.
50.
Okay.
150. Okay.
If they want to keep them, they will have to pay hundreds of dollars in duty. But now, Officer Adam finds an item that definitely shouldn't be there.
Oh, look at this. No good.
A high-risk and undeclared item has just been found in the luggage of this passenger.
It's meat. Meat. It's chicken. It's chicken claw. Look. Look. It's feet. We have found some chicken feet here, which is a really high-risk item because chicken or poultry can bring in avian influenza or Newcastle's disease, so it's not permitted to come into the country.
Avian influenza is a major threat to Australia's poultry industry, as well as to human health. And these raw chicken feet are not the only dangerous food items found in her bags.
This one, meat, duck. Yeah, duck, yeah. Male. What's this one? More chicken. Ma'am, chicken. Chicken.
跟那个是一样的。
Yeah, the same. No good. Jeanette, look at this. Chicken feet.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The nails are still attached. Everything's still attached to it. That one's definitely out. I think this is going to be the same.
Okay. This one does look like it's got something in it too. I'm just going to run a few things through.
As the collection of raw meat racks up, officers now make an even more disturbing discovery.
Oh, look. Oh, geez, this is just getting better and better. Look at this.
After travelling to Bali to renew his Australian tourist visa, This French passenger claims he is returning to spend another 2 months with his girlfriend who lives here. But text messages discovered on his mobile phone suggest he actually intends to work here illegally.
I found one here that has stated that he is coming back to Australia on a visa and he'll be able to work for another 2 months. And now I've just located a roster in his phone for what looks like a cafe.
And it appears he has returned just in time to get back to work.
It looks like he's supposed to go back to work in 2 days and he'll be working full-time for 4 days. You know, on a tourist visa, that's not okay.
Officer Belinda will now confront the passenger with the evidence.
What's of concern to us is that we did locate the messages to say that you're going to be working back here in Australia, and you know you're on a tourist visa, correct?
Yeah.
You know that you're not allowed to work on that visa?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The cafe was just for a few shifts because like it just when he need me, he put me on the roster.
Well, the roster suggested that you're working Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, next week he would have need me.
Yeah, okay. And this is where you were working previously?
Helped them before, yeah.
Okay. So were they paying you in cash previously or were you paying tax?
No, I paid in cash.
Paying cash, okay.
With this admission, the passenger is immediately issued with a notice of intention to consider cancelling his tourist visa.
This visa does not allow visitors to enter the labour market or undertake work that might otherwise be undertaken by an Australian citizen, permanent resident or the holder of a temporary work visa.
The young man now has 10 minutes to come up with a response that will allow him to re-enter the country and see his girlfriend again.
If he does have compassion or compelling reasons to be working here in Australia, then we take that into consideration, but we'll just have to see what he has to say.
This French citizen claims he is returning to Australia to see his girlfriend, but Border Force have issued him a notice of intention to consider cancelling his visa after they located incriminating text messages and a cafe work roster on his mobile phone.
We have to look at what your main purpose is for coming to Australia as a tourist, and if you're working full-time, well, it's kind of hard to be a tourist and work full-time at the same time.
The passenger now has a final opportunity to convince Officer Belinda why his visa should not be cancelled.
The main purpose of coming back in Australia under tourist visa was for visiting my girlfriend in Sydney. The fact that I received a message from a cafe putting me on the roster didn't prove I was going to work because it's something that I had to agree. So I didn't agree it yet. I haven't agreed, so it's not something that...
But you told me earlier that you were here to work at the cafe.
No, I said I came for visiting my girlfriend.
Yep, but I've got it right here.
No, I said that I helped him before and I could going to help him again, but I haven't replied that I was confirmed I was working there.
Even though there's the message that says, I've got my visa, I'm coming back to work for another 2 months.
Yeah, that was a joke.
Okay.
Taking work from Australian citizens is no laughing matter, and a final decision is made on the passenger's visa.
I was satisfied that the grounds for cancelling your visa outweighed the reasons for not cancelling it. As your visa has been cancelled, you're being refused immigration clearance. You'll be removed from Australia as an unlawful non-citizen.
Yeah, but like I wasn't going to work, really.
Okay. Well, I accept that you were actually going to work. I accept that you have a girlfriend here in Australia and you were going to visit her too, but I also accept that you are actually going to work here in Australia in breach of your visa conditions. And I lend more weight to that than I do you coming to visit a girlfriend.
Officer Belinda hopes this young passenger has learned a valuable lesson.
He is here to work full time. He stated that that was just a joke. I don't think that was actually a joke. I think it was serious, considering there was a roster that came after that.
Meat. It's chicken claw.
Biosecurity officers are concerned by the potential risk to Australia from the undeclared and prohibited raw meats which they found hidden the luggage of this woman arriving from China.
At this stage, it doesn't look like too good for her. It looks like she will be issued an infringement notice.
When it is explained to the passenger that an infringement notice means paying a fine, officers run into a problem.
She says she's got no money on her today.
But before the issue of payment can be resolved, officers uncover another shocking concealment.
Oh, who are this?
That was in here.
Oh, jeez, this is just getting better and better. Look at this. Look, Glenn.
That was in here. And it was like properly sealed. So I've cut it open. She hasn't declared it.
A large haul of cigarettes has been found stashed inside a sealed biscuit tin. And as the undeclared items continue to mount up, this woman may now be facing very serious consequences.
She says she's got no money on her today.
This woman claims she has no money to pay the fine she has just been issued. She then adds that her husband is waiting for her in the arrivals hall, so he is brought in to bail her out.
No, no good. And your wife, male.
No
Chinese,
English.
yeah, Chinese bar. Chinese.
First come to Australia.
It doesn't matter. It's in Chinese. And look.
Yeah.
No good. No.
Yeah.
This is not biscuits. Alright, so your wife today.
This good.
Yeah, that is good. Okay. Okay, so your wife has to sign here. Yeah, your wife. Your wife.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Wife.
China me.
Yeah. She pay and no trouble, okay?
Yeah, maybe.
No trouble.
The prohibited items are confiscated to be destroyed, and the man agrees to pay the fine. But he must now choose the outcome for the undeclared cigarettes.
He's got two options in this. He can pay the tax and GST on this and take the cigarettes, which is a lot of money, or we could dispose it off. We put it in our bin. Okay. So what would you like to pay and take all the cigarettes?
He decides to pay the duty in order to keep the cigarettes, and having learned some very expensive lessons, the woman is now free to cross the border.
Bye-bye. See you later. Thank you, Shay. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Australian Border Force officers have thoroughly searched the luggage of 3 passengers after a narcotics detector dog reacted to them on arrival.
So we haven't actually found any narcotics at this point. Maybe at one point the passenger has come into contact with drugs. However, we have started to uncover a lot of cigarettes, excess cigarettes, which have not been declared, and a small vial of what seems to be bear bile.
Bear bile is often used in Chinese medicine, but it cannot be brought into Australia without a permit.
Is this yours? This yours? Yours. Bear bile.
Used to treat stomach and liver ailments, bear bile is prohibited due to the cruel methods used to extract the liquid from the gallbladder of live bears.
Generally, the bear is kept in a cage, which is much smaller than the bear itself. It's a very cruel process in which the way they remove the bile, the animal is usually underfed, malnourished, and they'll extract it with a needle out of the liver until obviously the bear will die eventually.
It is an inhumane and disturbing find, and there is still the matter of the 1,000 undeclared cigarettes.
So today we've found the cigarettes on all of you, okay? And none of you have declared it like you should, okay? If you want to keep these items, you're looking at $660.
600?
Yeah, Australian. If you don't want to pay that, you can abandon them and we destroy them. Okay? You're happy to destroy them? All right. Now this one here, this is bear bile. It's not allowed to cross the border here in Australia. And again, you haven't declared it, so we'll be seizing that from you today. We are taking that, okay? You don't have a choice in that one because you don't have permission.
The seized items will be destroyed, And with the exhaustive search complete, Australian Border Force officers are satisfied that the 3 women are not trafficking drugs. They're now free to begin their working holiday in Australia.